Okay. Testing. I don't really need to do testing, sort of do, sort of don't. Okay. So here we go. I'm just checking my sound a little bit. Um, it starts talking. Okay. Testing, testing. I guess that sounds all right. Really need to do testing, sort of do, sort of don't. Tell me if the talking sounds too quiet or it sounds about right. I'm just checking my sound a little bit. Okay. Turn that off. Okay. Today, today. Wait a second. Okay. Today, I'm actually going to work on some code. How about that? I still have I think I still have quite a bit of story to write, narrative to write, but I decided at least for today, because it may only take today to do what I'm going to do here. But today I need to redo the room stuff basically. Okay. All right. Let me check something here real quick. We're doing anything? When did I change the room manager? Oh, let me check something. Oh, okay. Give me a second. Print. I'm not sure what I did here. Uh, let's see. Return a room anywhere on the tree, starting with room start. Oh, I just made it. Oh, I just modified a comment. Uh, I don't need to commit that just yet. I'll commit it later. That print was in there, but didn't need to be in there. All right. So let me show you what we got here. Okay, so uh, if anybody is watching on the left side over here, I don't know what you call this. Let's look up the documents real quick. Uh, Redot engine. Apparently, Redot engine. Ooh, new website here. Apparently now they got a uh discussions on X, TikTok. I don't have Blue Sky or TikTok or LinkedIn. I do have Reddit. I thought they're Discord. I'm on the Discord. This I don't know what the Discord community is. I don't know what the difference is between Discord community and the actual Discord. They apparently got a new forum now. Yeah, let's check this out. An error occurred, huh? Let's turn on Brave Shields and try to reload just to see what's going on. Apparently nothing is happening, so I can't access the Redot forum, so we won't worry about that for a while. Okay, let's go to the documentation. I actually need to tell them that Okay. And apparently, I can't access a forum from your website. Using Brave browser, Linux, Mint, Debian Edition, LMDE 6. Yeah, occasionally you'll hear me. Actually, I don't need these anymore, or at least for right now. Yeah, occasionally you'll hear me say Linux because two things. One is back when I first started hearing about Linux, I did hear the creator's name, which was Linus Torvalds. I don't know how to pronounce that properly. But because it's Linus and because this starts with LIN, I always thought it was Linux instead of Linux. So occasionally you hear me slip into my old way of pronouncing it. Anyways, that's not really important right this second. What is important? Here, let's keep on my notifications here on X. Let's go back to docs. And what was I looking for in docs? Uh, oh, okay. I need to go and system requirements, getting started, introduction, X. How does it work? Blah blah blah. Programming language. Blah blah blah. App. Okay. There we go. The interface. Project manager. Asset library. Okay. Main areas. Top Windows Edge, main menu on the left, workspace switching buttons in the center, blade test buttons on the right. Below the workspace buttons, the open scenes and tabs. So it doesn't really say what this is. It's just the scene. I don't know. The scene manager, I guess. I don't know what it's called. Uh, the four main screens. 2D, 3D, script. Okay. Scene doc. It's just a scene doc, I guess. The inspector is on the right. All right. I just wanted to say, anyways, the scene doc, the scene list, the note, basically the node list. Okay, that's all of these. Okay, so you see the way I have it arranged here. Let me check something. Oop. Okay. Oop. Somebody is asking. Actually, you can see it there. Is asking in the chat. Did you hear about the Ursina engine in Python? Never heard of it. There's some weird thing when I try to click in the chat and I try to type, sometimes it doesn't work. At first, I have to click in it several times. I don't get what's up with that. This is in OBS though, but not in YouTube. I've never heard of it. Okay. I just wanted to see if I was in desktop mode, which I am, and I wanted to point this out to you. Okay, so this is your scene manager, I guess, technically. I made room viewer a scene. Actually, I might have to make all of these scenes also because if I try to bring in the path, I have the full path like this. Uh, that's room viewer. So if I put start here, see these are all top level, but if I bring, let's see. See, if I bring start here, it's got to be main menu / start here. So it's got to be the full path here. And then on you go. So up here, okay, and then I have this thing I call a room descriptor. And that's just it's just a class, it's a simple class. It's got a name, it's got a description, it's got the choices, which is an array of strings. That's all it is. And so whenever you hit main menu, start here, um, these are all the same things here, basically. Even the menu is a room, basically. Okay, so the way I have it set up here is I have it in a tree-like form, right? So under the main menu is start here. If I had any other options, like if I had instructions or or credits or something, they would actually technically be a room also, or a room descriptor if you prefer. So start here is basically where you start in the game. This is one room in the game. This is a room that comes off of that, and so basically you have this tree-like structure, which is how Godot and Redot works. Okay, and so in my room manager, what I do when you change rooms is where is it at? New room node, change room. Okay, so I have it changed to the main menu at the start, and main menu is just a variable that I brought in that represents the main menu path essentially, right? $ main menu. Okay, so in reality, these are all okay. That's fine. So main menu is the path, and change room to main menu. Uh, change room is a node. Huh. That's interesting. Now, room descriptor is descendant off of node. Huh. I guess because they're the kind of the same thing. Because all I want to do is I would just want to set the current room to the whatever the new room is when you change rooms. Then I copy the description to the viewer text, and the viewer is essentially its own node. It just has a label. Let's see. Okay, so room viewer is actually a separate scene. So it has a description, and then this is the actual text here. And so whenever you change rooms, it changes the viewer text. Okay. So that's really all it does is it sets a current room variable, and that means you're in that room now. Okay. Change room, change room. Get connected room. Sorry, I'm yawning quite a bit. Get room, input. Okay, so the way this works here is when an input event comes up, and the input is just simply 1 through 9. So, choice 1, choice 2, choice 3, that sort of thing. Choice 0 is always going to be quit, at least for right now. Okay, so an input comes in. I parse the action name. I check it, make sure that action is being done. Current room dot choices. So you check the choices. In other words, it checks the room name of whatever choice you chose. In other words, let's go to, if I hit 1, the 1 key, then it goes to the study. The study is the name of study here. See, studies room name is study in lowercase. Okay, so what this goes is it says, okay, you chose number 1. The choice number 1 is choices. Okay, it's gonna read that. It's gonna say, is it blank? If it's not blank, then you're gonna get the room. So now it goes to get connected room. Current room choices, choice number. So in other words, it's the string is going to be called study. And so let's go to get connected room. What it does is first check the parent, where you're from. So if halfway house is if halfway house is the name, if I said go like right here in the study, I got halfway house. In other words, go back to the house room, right? So basically it checks the parent, and if the parent which is halfway house matches the room name, then return the parent, right? So it gets the parent. If okay, so if current room, if you have a current room, parent equals current room that get parent. Okay. If parent and parent is room descriptor, then add the parent room name, and parent room name is equal to the room name, return parent. Okay, that returns the parent. Else you're going to loop through the children, and then you're going to check the room name, and you're going to check to make sure it's the same. And if it's the same, then you return the child. So this is only, the halfway house is only going to be checking study, hat room, or book of spells. Halfway house has the parent set to start here, but I'm not requesting start here. I'm requesting study. But if I was requesting start here, it checks the parent. That's the name of the parent. Then it goes to the parent. Okay. So now here's the problem. It's not really a problem. Oh, yeah. There's one other thing is I got a function called getRoom. What it does is it starts with the main menu. Remember, I have main menu up at the top. Find room with name. So the node is the room descriptor, and the room name is just the room name. So main menu is the path to the main menu node, and room name is just the string name. So then it goes in here, and if there is if room name is in the node, then if room name is equal to the node dot room name, in other words, if the return node. Let me see that first. Let me think about that for a second. If room name is equal to node dot room name, return node. I see. It's just saying return the room that you're already in, I guess. Maybe that's superfluous a little bit. Anyways, for child and get children, find room with name, then it's going to go through each child. Now, note it's essentially main menu is hard coded in here. So I can call get room with the room name, and then it'll start with main menu, and it will iterate through all of the children via recursion. I don't have a way other than that, other than going through each and every room to jump to a different room right now, because they're all descendant from the different deals. Also, I can't have two rooms go to uh, the same child room. So I'm doing a choose your own adventure, and you can't pick up inventory items and stuff. But one way, you might have two ways of doing something. Unlock the door with key, or pick the lock, right? For instance. Now, obviously, you don't have lockpick, you don't have a key, but just for this little example, um, you can either use the lockpick or you can use the key. If you use the key, should go to, you've opened the door, uh, and went inside, blah, blah, and then something about the inside. If you pick the lock, it might say, it might go to the same room. You open the room, so you were able to enter, and so it uses the same room descriptor. I can't do that now. I don't know. Well, there is reason to actually have two or more parents to a child room. I'll go into the same child room because I might have different options. And one thing I probably won't do is I probably won't put any dead ends because of the game, the eventual game. I'm doing this in phases, and starting with choose your own adventure because it's the most simple, and then later expanding it until it becomes a fully interactive point and click game. So basically, um, basically, there's going to be several instances where that you have the same result. You're trying to get in somewhere, but there's different ways of getting in. It should be able to link to the card, so it should be able to link to any room that it links to, anything that I want. And that's why I have to rewrite this code. Especially, let's see, this change room code. Okay, so let's go to a tutorial here. Actually, I didn't think. Okay. We're almost at 1:30. What I was going to do is, well, maybe I'll still do it on the hour though. It'd probably be only 3 hours today though, but do it on the half hour. Could do it on the half hour if I did anything that half hour. Yeah, today I was also going to plan on doing my devlog a little bit different, so to prep for editing. Actually, I do know what I'm going to do, what I can do here though, and if I do it every 30 minutes, that means it's going to be twice as many video clips, but they'll only be 30 seconds. Okay, so what was I just going to do here? Oh, tutorial. Actually, let's do the thing that I was going to do when I'm going to prepare these things for okay, so I was going to do this in such a way that makes it easier for me to edit. And so what I decided on is I do it by time, and I do it every either hour or every 30 seconds. Or 30 seconds, every 30 minutes. And I would do about 30 seconds describing where I am at this moment in time here. So, I guess I'll do it every 30 minutes instead of every hour. Anyways, so let me do that right now. I'm going to briefly redescribe. I won't redescribe in the future, but because I just remembered that I was going to do this, I guess I got to do it now. I got to start somewhere. I got to get going and get doing it. Okay, so as I told you here, the problem is that this is a tree-like structure. I cannot connect to uh, the same room that some other wait a second. No, I can't connect to the same room from two different like parents, for instance. Like if I had something called Full House or something, right? And then I also had a study, and I wanted to use the same study. It would have to be a separate study because it was um, a separate room node. So I have to reconfigure this so that I can go to any room that's connected to your room, and that means any room, and not use this recursive function I have in here. And again, to briefly describe the the room manager, it changes the room. It checks for the parent uh, or the children. So halfway house, its only parent is right here. Its children are study, hat room, and book of spells. And yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Not such a great start, but that's okay. I gotta get this locked down. I gotta get this going. I'm operating on a little sleep again. I need to start going to bed sooner. So, and that's why I'm kind of losing my train of thought and stuff. You do, even if you feel good, you stay up late you and you wake up early. Even if you're feeling okay, you're still not functioning at your best. I'll tell you that. Okay, so pardon me. I don't like sneezing, but sometimes I can't help it. All right, brief description here. So uh, change room is easy, but so you press a number, then it searches for the room. It searches through the parent. If the room name is the same as the parent, then it returns the parent. If it's the same name as one of the immediate children, then it returns the children. But I have no way of going anywhere else in this, and that's because of the nature of the tree-like structure. So I'm gonna have to rename it to or rewrite it so that I can go to any room I choose via the name. Okay, so that's my first recording. I don't know how long it is. It should be very short. And what it means is at 2 o'clock I'll do the same thing and I'll say what how far I am. Okay, so what I wanted to do real quick here is I wanted to find that YouTube tutorial again. Not seeing trees as data, choose your own adventure tutorial. This guy has got a deal where he does the tree, but somehow he's able to navigate to different nodes, I guess. And I don't even still understand it. Maybe I'll understand it later if I the more I do it. But this guy, adding rooms, creating exits between rooms. Okay. Now, let me check something here. I realize I'm still on desktop. That's okay. Desktop audio is on right now. I'm gonna mute that. Okay. What game are you making? Adventure game, point and click style. Here. Uh, I wonder. I wonder if it would be better if I if I chatted in YouTube. Um, correct. Although right now this first phase entails um, a choose your own adventure style game, but in phases it will gradually evolve a fully interactive when click. Okay. Anywho, okay, creating exits here. Between rooms. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this very well here, but let's do something. I hate it when it does auto because auto is auto. Auto is not. Let's see something here. Okay. I'm actually using YouTube's key. You know, you could frame advance and frame rewind in YouTube by hitting the two triangle brackets or essentially comma and period on your keyboard. The period actually moves forward by frame, and then the comma actually moves backward frame by frame. In any case, see how this has this house room dot connect exit east outside room, and notice how he's using the path names here. See, house room, outside room, those are the path names. Now, the significance of this is these are scenes, so each room apparently is a scene, and let's see, each one's a scene. I'm not even sure if let's see room. I think his room is the room script. Okay, anyways, so he's able to basically not worry about the um. Well, I think that's still kind of interesting though that it didn't say like room manager slash house room or whatever. Hmm, that's interesting. Let me check my. Oop, let me check my own. Like start here. Start here. If I drag start here into here somewhere, that says main menu start here instead of just start here. Okay, I can kind of see how that is though. Room the room manager. Oh, that's right. Base scene. Room manager is a scene, at least in my game. Room manager. Uh, okay, main menu here. Is that how he has it set up? He's got room manager here. His game. His room manager is not a scene. His room manager is just a node with these underneath it, and they're individual scenes. That's interesting thought. I wonder if I should go as far as mimicking that as well. Room manager. Okay. Main house room under room manager. Manager. Okay. I guess this is because main menu is the root object here. In other words, it's under the room manager, but it's okay. I guess that makes sense. In any case, if I do this right, basically all the rooms are going to be just here, so you can access them directly instead of having a sort of a tree-like structure. Because in the tree-like structure, like I said, you could have two parents share the same child uh, room and basically go to the same location. Not that it's going to primarily be like that, but I'm kind of do that here because I don't want to give any dead ends and I don't want you stuck and all that good stuff. You could even go in a loop, I'm thinking. So, let's see. If I change, okay, get connected room. See, his rooms are scenes. I don't need to make them scenes. Because mine are just nodes. They're room descriptors. Your room manager is actually handling all the rooms. Or access to the rooms, I should say. Okay. So let's go to the room descriptor. Because it looks like this is where I'm going to need to modify. Of course, this is choices, and choices lead to exits here. They lead to names. I have to think about that for a second. Because the way I set this up may not work with the rest of it. Let's see if I do the path to it. I'd link it to the path. I'd actually link it to the room. So in a sense, what I'd have is I'd actually have an array of, and I could actually do this with a dictionary. In fact, he might have done it. He might actually do this with a dictionary at some point. His command processor. Let's go to his room manager. Where is this room manager at? He's in the command processor. I'm not interested in the command processor. Okay. Well, that's the room manager right there. Bunk ready. House room. Connect room. Okay, so this is what this. Okay, so this is what he has in the rooms. It's also a class. So not only did he make it a scene, he also made it a class. I don't remember exactly why he made it a scene though. Why he makes some scenes. Maybe it has to do with doing the tool thing where anyways, room name description, exits. Okay, so he's using a dictionary for the exit. Now, right now I'm dealing with choices, and choices and exits are kind of synonymous. And even though I'll have a separate thing for exits, I don't do that right now. Okay, so choices, I could make choices a dictionary. I could actually call it exits because it's what it is, but I'll call it something. Maybe I'll call it choices 2 or something. And then Because I'm going to have to do a whole lot of, like, rewriting on this thing. In fact, what I might do is I might... I have this hooked up into GitHub as a local repository, so I can push changes to it, to the deal. But traditionally, the way I like working is I like making a whole copy of my project whenever I'm going to make a major change, and I might still do that, even though I do have it on GitHub. So any changes, I can actually revert the changes via GitHub. I don't know, maybe I don't need to do that because I'm just making the changes here. Okay. So we're going to do this completely different then. Okay, choices, dictionary. I have to remember how to do a dictionary in GD script. All right. So let's see if we can make some progress here in just a second. Choices. Choices. This is kind of interesting. Could I put a node in the dictionary? Huh. Actually, I'm not sure if the dictionary is the same as... See, what it has here is connect exit. It's actually using a dictionary like an array, or like I'd use an array in other languages. So let's check something out then. Let's go to the okay, dictionary. Okay, built-in data structure that holds key value pairs. Dictionaries are associated with containers that contain values referenced by unique keys. Dictionaries will preserve insertion order, but add new entries. In other programming languages, data structures often referred to as hash map or associative array. You can define a dictionary by placing comma separated lists of key value pairs in curly braces. Right, key and value. Alternative Lua style syntax. You can access dictionary's value by referencing its corresponding key. It will return 50. Okay, let me think about something here. I'm trying to understand how he's doing it, and I'm also trying to figure out in my head how I can kind of make it match my own style or my own thing here. Exits direction equals room. Room.exits east equals south. Okay, let's see. And okay. Hmm. Mm, I gotta think of stuff. Indeed. Okay. Okay, let me see here. So the way, okay, here, let's switch back to here. The way I have this set up is very simple for me. It's pretty simple. The choices are the room names, right? And then they're just an array of strings. And so whenever you press a number key, it corresponds to a choice. So the one key corresponds to one choice number one. Okay, so then all I need to do is store the names, and then I access the name by going through the trees. Okay, so the question is, why did he choose a dictionary? You could use an array. I can use an array. Oh, the dictionary is so that I can access them quickly. Well, let's do something. Let's add something to the room descriptor, and we'll call it exits, and I'll make it a dictionary. Okay, let's see how they. Okay, let me go back to the actual dictionary key value. Empty dictionary, key and value, some key colon value, key name colon value. Dict variable key, dict variable value. Points equals. Okay. Comma separated values. Okay, so you have key colon value comma. In my case, the key would actually be the name and the that means an extra name in the actual room descriptor is kind of redundant, but maybe I'll still do that. Okay, let's just do something here. Let's see if I can get export var okay, let's call it exit exits equals. I gotta see if this even works, because it might not work. Okay. We'll just leave it like that, and I want to see. Okay, that's not what I want to do. Colon, comma, colon, like that. Key was already used at line 5. Oh, that's right, because the keys have got to be. That's another thing. I can access it through choice, and I can set it. Instead of setting it to the name, I can set it to the. Oh, that's it. Okay, that's That's how I can actually make it interface. Choice 1, choice 2, like that, like so. Now, but instead of having names, now, let's see if I can do choice 1, and let's see if I can, let's leave it like that. Okay, and then, can I refresh? Exits. Okay, exits. Huh, I can add them to here and it just adds it, huh? That's interesting. Add? Oh. Okay, weird. Alright. So let's see if I can bring over, let's just see if I can bring over main menu into, no, because that would not work because that's a string. Okay. Kind of a circular deal here, but let's see. I mean, what if I wanted a certain type? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, let's look at, shoot, it's almost 2 o'clock now. I'll have to record another deal, and actually I'm supposed to break here. Haven't really done anything today, have I? Okay. Uh Create a dictionary. Okay. Dictionary's value reference corresponding key. Add a key. Contain different types. I guess I can't explicitly set the type in a duplicate in a dictionary. Huh. Can I explicitly set value type in a dictionary in GD script? We'll see if this works. You cannot explicitly set type values in the dictionary. Language does not support static typing for dictionary keys and values, which means you can add any type of value to a dictionary without specifying its type beforehand. If food is not integer, GScript will automatically convert it to an integer if possible, or raise an error. Okay, GDScript dictionary tutorial is actually associated value, key value. Why should I learn it? Creating a directory. Okay, accessing, adding, checking if key exists, removing key value pairs, iterating over dictionary, nested dictionaries, cleaning. Okay, so what if I set these? I wonder if I could set these to null. I mean, would that work or would that error out? What if I set this also to null? Okay. So then maybe I can actually put this in here. Can I do that? I can't do that. Interesting. Oh, what? Read dictionary object. Oh, here, let's check something out here. Wait a second. Why can't I do anything right now? Hit escape. Receive a free course. What? Get it. Can I? Okay. I don't know. I had to minimize that for some weird reason because it was still on the thing there, and I don't know. Weird. Okay, so what if I did $? Main menu. What do we got in here? Somehow it's not able to add that, I guess. $, start your dictionary nil size. Huh, it doesn't allow me to do that because it's a path, I guess. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so let me record a little blurb to show where I'm at because even though I didn't make any progress, I want to show what I tried here just very briefly, and so let's do that. Okay, so what I tried to do here is I tried to create a dictionary that included these room descriptor nodes uh, as and maybe that would work if it was a scene. I mean, that's possible. If I made it a scene. Anyways, so I tried to add the path here, and it doesn't do that. Why? Because it's not an object; it's a path to something to an object, I guess. And so it doesn't show up in here at all. Uh, it's not getting me. It's not giving me errors though. So it may just mean that this would still work, but see something here. Exits. Let's go to the room manager. Let's try something here. Print. Wait a minute. Okay, print main menu dot exits. Actually, I'll have to actually run this to see that output. Nothing. So apparently it just sees it as an empty value. So this is not legit. All right. Okay, so basically I was trying to add the path as rooms to a dictionary, which it doesn't let me do because it's not some sort of type, or it's not some sort of I don't know what you call it. Anyways, this does not work, and so there's that. Okay, and I was just doing that for recording purposes. Okay, well, still not. Mm, okay. No, 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 don't exit. There we go. Yeah, so I haven't got anything done today because I'm still trying to figure something out. So basically what I want to do is I want to be able to connect to any room from anywhere. And I don't necessarily want to have to search for it. Actually, you know what? No, 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 no. No. It'd have to go through all of the children. That's not a bad idea though. Programmatically? Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Uh, Here, let me go back to the desktop here. Let's go back to Redot here. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. We go in the room manager. Let's go in the room manager code. What if I build a dictionary of all the children here? Now that they'll be room descriptor objects is what they'll actually be. But the choice name, I just make it based on the choice name. That way I'm able to access any room from anywhere. That's what I think I might do. Uh, so okay, so the big deal here is I could get any room by doing this recursive function, and starting with the main menu because that's always the top, and I could have it go through all the deals, and it would bring it up. And now the only thing wrong with this is if I had hundreds of rooms or 1,000 rooms, probably never have 1,000 rooms, obviously. Might not even ever have hundreds of rooms, even technically. But let's just say that we could have hundreds or thousands. That might take forever to iterate through each of the children, right? To find the to find to find the children, and then match the names, and then to return that when you do that. So this would still work. It would be fine, and I could use it. Um, but a better idea might be if I go in and create a dictionary of all the possible rooms under the room manager. Um, and then all I do with the dictionary is I add it via its room name. So its room name will actually be its key name. And so whenever I access it, I can access the key by the name, and all I'm doing is indexing. Now I don't know internally if that's slower or faster. Maybe there's more overhead. I don't know, but it seems like maybe a more appropriate way to do this ways, because then I don't have to go through the children. I go through the children once to get them to put them into the dictionary. And that's why I can do it programmatically that way. In fact, I could actually use the get room, find room with name, main menu. I could write a function in here that says build, and then I could still use the same choices string like I have it connected here. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. All that means here, though, actually, that doesn't matter at all. I could still have this here. And in fact, I can use this function that I already got, this find room with name thing. And now it takes a room descriptor. It takes a room descriptor as a deal. So if I want to do it from the start, I pass in the main menu room descriptor, or whatever I decided the start was. Okay. In fact, all I'm doing here is literally that's what I'm doing. I'm explicitly saying it. I'm just saying get room. I'm not saying start from the main menu. And actually, I could almost do that too as well, but saying from starting room. But shoot, I could even use this, and I don't even have to do that much rewrite, quote unquote rewrite, because all it's doing is it's just arranging data for me in the most kind of useful way. So it'll do this. It'll find all the rooms. It'll put all the rooms into the dictionary and do it by their room name. And when you select a start and then you select the room, yeah, that's a good idea. I think I'll do that. But right now, I think I gotta go on to a break, and I'm not really sure how long it's gonna take. My dad has been having these weird sleeping problems. He's got health problems, and so I don't know 100% for sure when he's gonna wake up. So I might be back really soon, or I might be back, after 3. I don't really know. So here, let's go back here, and let's go back here. And so I'm gonna take a break here. Hopefully, you can go away and stuff, but hopefully you guys will come back and but without knowing when I'm gonna come back, uh, you won't know when to come back. So the only thing I could say is maybe keep it idling in the background, and when you hear it, or when you spot it, you can come back, or you can wait until 45 minutes from now. For my time would be 3 o'clock. In the UK, it'd be 8 o'clock. So you can kind of get an idea from there. I'm on Eastern Time in the US, and so so that would be 3 o'clock, 3, 2, and 1, and 12. It's actually 3 time zones, but then we got mountain. So, anyways, it's 12. Right. 12. Okay, so 12 would be 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock would be 12. Central would be 2 hours. So 3 hours. That'd be 1. So 12, 1. So we got 12, 1, and 3, and then whatever. Anyways, 45 minutes from now. 45 minutes from now, check back if you decide to walk away. I know this doesn't really make for consistent content, but I got to do what I got to do, and once I get the updates rolling, then people can look at the updates instead of this. So, anyways, so I'll see you guys. I'll try to be back as soon as possible. I'll try to be back by 3, my time, about 45 minutes from now. And so, yeah, I'll see you in a second. I'll see you in a few minutes. 45 minutes. Okay, I'm sure there's nobody watching or listening right now, but I have decided to come back from the dead. Okay, not really from the dead, but okay. So, I'm gonna do something. Let's see. I probably won't be in here for much longer. I know it kind of flubbed up today, just because I started looking at the stuff and then I couldn't figure out how to do certain thing, and then chatted with some friends in IRC that uh, gave me some good ideas about how to handle what I wanted to do. And the thing about so basically they're telling me about dynamic scene loading instead of having all of my rooms in the one main game scene, or the main root scene that you're using. And at first I didn't really catch on because I'm kind of slow to catch on usually. But so then I was thinking, um, so I was taking advice uh, from, I don't know how he pronounces it, Kahan. I don't know if that's how he pronounces it, but give me some ideas of how to do it basically. So basically, I have my scene, any number of scenes. Each room should probably be a scene, and then I have a scene that is he called it portal, but it's essentially like a door, and these would actually lead to other rooms essentially. So you have your destination, and since every room is a scene, your destination field is a string for the actual file name, so that Godot can load up a particular scene dynamically, um, and then you unload it when you switch to a new scene. You switch to the next scene, you unload it, and then in that you might have the portal that goes back to the original, or you'll have one that goes to somewhere else or whatever. And the final thing that I was kind of missing in my head in trying to conceptualize this is, does that mean that I don't get to add stuff in the editor in a particular scene, like these nodes? Because the way I have it set up is, let's pull up Redot again, and let me close that, and let me switch to desktop so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so these are all scenes. Now, there isn't that many, and that's fine. In fact, it doesn't have that much stuff in it. They're just strings. They're just all strings, basically. And so it's not very big. But if I get a game that's way big, you're not gonna want all the scenes all loaded up all at once. You're gonna want to do it dynamically. I get that because of memory. Not that we don't have enough memory, and not that this will take up that much memory, but it's just a little bit more efficient to do it this ways, so that when you do finally have a lot of them, you know. And this also solves the deal of that I had of the idea of the door, or the idea of the connecting rooms and stuff. And it's a little bit different than I think the text adventure guy did it, but it makes a lot of sense to me. So I have let's see, room manager is a scene, and let's see, I wouldn't need a room manager as such, right? Because each scene would kind of handle its own stuff. It would have its own script, I think. I think that's how I'd work it. How that would work. It could be a class, but with its own things in it. But anyways, so what would happen is you have the choices And actually, I could do it in such a way where I don't need anything in over here on the scene dock, right? I mean, it would have this room viewer, and assuming that I'm using the same setup here, would have the room viewer, but then main menu would be a scene. And they'd still be rooms, or conceptually they'd still be rooms, but they'd be separate scenes. They wouldn't all be here. It would just probably be just this main menu, or it might not even be that. The room manager uh, code would actually load up the scene, and then yeah. Anyways, it would load the scene up, and then it would display the scene. Probably like when I change room, I call change room, and change room would switch to whatever scene that was. Um, anyways, I wouldn't have all this here. They actually be individual scene files down here, and then the room manager would load them up depending on which one I'm in. Unload unload the last scene, so it's not still a memory, and then you go from there. And then when you pick the choice, it would go and it would pick the scene and load it dynamically. And that's how I could work it. In fact, okay, so there's two things. One is I wouldn't have to change this idea of having the choices, except for the names would actually be the room names. The names would be the actual scene path, scene file name, like base scene that TSCN or whatever. And so I could still use this just as it is. You press the choice, the input, then the input loads up the. In fact, this is actually probably where it would load it up. So it would load up the new room, the old room. It would unload the old room, load up the new room based on the choice, and then uh, and then when I get connected room and then change room. I don't know if I'd have a get connected room. Get connected room. It just returns a room. It searches through the rooms. So I don't know if it wouldn't necessarily be get connected room. It would just be change room. Um, Maybe even the file name. It'd be choices. Be current room dot choices choice number. Change room to that, and the change room function itself would actually do the loading and unloading, and it would copy. And when it after it loaded it, it would copy the viewer text, because I can still have the viewer in there. I maybe don't need the viewer. Like maybe I could do it to where I don't have a room viewer anymore. Instead, you're actually looking at the actual thing. But if I keep it like this, which is fine too, it would still do all the same stuff that this kind of does. But instead, it would be like, load and whatever. It'd just be a couple of extra lines, and it would load it up just fine. So I could do that, in which case I wouldn't have anything in here. That is, I wouldn't have main menu or any of this stuff. I just have the room viewer and the room manager, and the room manager script would take care of all the other stuff, and the room viewer would just display it like it does now. Or he was talking about something called a portal, and basically it's a special scene of its own that that contains essentially contains the destination. And he mentioned destination and coordinates because if you're thinking about the graphical, like like when I do the final like graphical daily, I'd actually have a location where the player is supposed to end up, or whatever, and whenever the player overlaps the whatever the door area, um, it would automatically load up the next room. And so I'm thinking about this whole portal door thing, and so I could create the scene, and I could still have the scene, the doors in the hierarchy, but they would be the doors. They would not be the actual rooms or anything like that. It would just be, door to the study. I probably just name them like they're named here, so it would be this. But instead of these actually being room descriptors, they'll actually just be a destination. It'll be the file name. It'll be like study.tscn would be under here, and so it would still kind of look like this even. And so that's how I could kind of keep parity with my existing code. So I think I'm going to try that. Let me think. Yeah, I might have to kind of tear this down, so to speak. Uh, that is, I don't want to necessarily delete these. I'm going to make these into what? Yeah, why don't I think of something first to do first? Maybe the first thing that I should do when I do this is I should pull these out of the hierarchy and let them just be directly under the room manager. That kind of makes more sense, and I can make the existing thing work fine. It would just simply pull up. Um, it would simply search through the list of children of room manager, um, and it would probably be 1 and not 0. In the text adventure tutorial that I was looking at earlier, here, am I on? Yeah. Okay. In the text adventure, wait a second. In the text adventure tutorial that I was looking at earlier, um, he started his deal with he had a room manager, and then he started with the first node underneath the room manager, which is the first room, and it was 0. But in my case, it'd be 1 because the room viewer is actually 0 right now. So yeah, so what I should do is I should take these and pull these out. Um, yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll make them into scenes also. Let's see. Let me think for a sec. No, okay, so all right, let me think for a sec. Okay. So basically what I want to do is I just want to kind of gradually change the code over so it's not too much of a strain on my brain, you might say. And so I'm going to keep this existing thing the way it is until I get everything moved around. So the first thing I'm going to start is all of these rooms are going to be under the main room manager, and then I'm going to modify change room to uh, I'm going to modify change room to actually select the rooms directly. and all it's going to do is it's going to be a deal that it's going to run through the children, and it's going to be like sort of like get connected room here. Get connected room. Wait a minute, where is get connected room called from? Get connected room is actually called from the input event. Okay. All right, so all this code is going to be remaining the same, except I'm not going to worry about parent because parent is no longer going to be an issue. Now, like I said, I have this. Here, let's since it's good the way it is, let's go into GitHub and um, let's go ahead and commit change a comment. Let's go ahead and commit that to main, and let's just go ahead and push it. Okay, just so we can start clear. And I know I don't strictly need to do this because that's why I have version control, but I have this method, this way I like to work, and that is we have. Oh, I see. Okay, so the way I like to work is when before I make a big change, I like to do a copy, and this is basically the old way I backed up. So I back it up, and then I'd be able to essentially chunk out sections and just totally rip it up. And if it didn't work, then I could restore it. Now I know I can do that with CVS, but um, yeah, uh, I guess what I could do. I guess I should just use CVS, right? Should just use GitHub. I mean, I'm not actually using Git. I'm using GitHub Desktop, and I got my local folder here, and then then I commit it to the thing after I make the changes. So maybe what I want to do, because it's usually this deal that has to do with the little and big changes. If I do a big change, I usually like to back it up, essentially copying the folder over, and then messing with the new dealie because I know I'm going to make this huge change. Now, I guess, I guess I could just use CVS like you're supposed to, or CVS. I guess I could just use GitHub like you're supposed to. So, in fact, I don't know anything about like reverting. It's in GitHub right now. Branch, repository, pull. I don't really know how to use it that well. Uh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Just give me a sec here. Somebody was asking me a question, and apologies. Uh, Okay. So, okay, what do you think? Should I just go ahead and use GitHub um and just rely on GitHub for as my backup since it's actually going there and everything? Because I don't feel as comfortable doing it that way. I feel more comfortable actually copying over my folder. Maybe I could just still do that anyways and kind of not worry about it. No, I guess I'll just use it. I mean, that's what I got it for, right? Okay. So, the first thing we need to do is find get connected room. Let's call this find connected room. Let's see, find room mode node, find room with name. Let's do a separate function here. Let's go ahead and now this will just do a top level. So unless this is moved out, this top level thing won't be there anymore. So func find connected room, and it needs to be func. And okay, find connected room. And what we want to do is we want to root should I say root node or root room or start room? No, I think I already have a start room up in here, right? Or do I? I don't have anything called start room, right? Okay, start room colon room descriptor. Okay, and I'm just saying find connected room because this already find room with name, which is what I'd probably call it, but this is based on I mean, I could use it. It's I don't strictly need to do this. I could actually do it find room with name, but we'll do it this way. Room name colon string, and you get a room descriptor like that. And I do a space because that's what I do. And then what we want to do here is we want to do what get connected room does. Okay. Current room to get parent. We don't want to do parent. Okay. If start room we want to make sure it's valid. I guess I need do I need a colon? Is that what I need? Okay. If start room, that means if it's valid, var rooms equals start room that get children. Okay. And then all we want to do is for room in rooms colon. I guess I could put in this extra check. I don't strictly need it, but if a child, if room is room descriptor, colon, if room dot room name equal to room name, then return room. No, return room, not return room viewer. Okay, and then that is there. Okay, return null. Okay. Okay, so this is just simply does what? This simply does what get connected room does. Except it doesn't check the parent, and then it bases it on start room. So now that I got that going, let's go ahead and do the thing here. This thing isn't going to run just yet. Let's see. How do I, here, let's, yeah, let's put this, here, let's actually put this, actually, let's not do anything there just yet. Control Z, Control I, okay. All right, let's do the thing here. Right, start room. Actually, what we should do is, okay, do it like that. Okay. Playhouse, study, pat room, book of spells. Everything looks good. It won't have a clue what to do, but that is okay. Okay. So input. The only thing different that we want to do here is we want to change this. And actually, I'll do an old-fashioned thing that I used to do, is I'll comment this out. I go here. I will copy. I will put this here, like so. And then I will put find connected room. And then we'll start with main menu. What's the wrong? Not found in base cell. What? What did I call it? Find, oh, find connect room. Find connected room. Start room. And we're starting with the, oh, we're actually starting with the room manager, aren't we? Okay, let's just put in room manager in there directly. Oh, oh. Oh, you mean okay. Self needs to be, I see. because I was starting with the starting room, the main menu. Okay, let's find connected room. Let's do it differently. Still just by name. Let's go to find connected room up here. Let's not do start room. Okay. Instead of start room, let's remove start room. Instead of start room here, obviously. If self, and actually I don't need an if self here either. So let's take the if self part off. And then we're gonna back this up. Okay, what's the problem? What's the deal? Oh, because it doesn't have start room in it. Okay. So I guess I should do self get children. Self get children. Okay, so what should happen here is now since everything is in here, it should still do the right thing, I think. Because what it's going to do is going to say, okay, there's the room name. It's going to say rooms is self.getChildren. So it's getting all the children, including the room viewer. Yeah. Including the room viewer. But then it's going to go through each room and make sure it's a descriptor and then check for the name. That's all it's going to do. And then it should return the proper room. So let's see if that works. If it works, then great. Our first change here. One, 2, 1, 3, 1. Okay, and 0 to quit. And everything is hunky-dory. It's working correctly. And I'm going to go ahead and record a little. I'm going to do a little quick recording. Here, wait. Let's go to there. Okay. Making sure I'm sure. Okay, so I'm going to do a little short recording, just mentioning what I just did for editing it into the update later. I think this will work a lot better, especially if I do it regularly, of course. But it means that all the clips that I edit when I actually get to editing it will be they'll just be short enough that I can include all the clips. I don't have to edit anything out. That doesn't mean I won't trim stuff or whatever. It just simply means that yeah. Okay. So let me do this recording real quick and then we'll see what to do next. Okay. And actually let's go ahead and commit first rewrite. First rewrite. Basically moved all room nodes okay, basically removed the room node hierarchy and now they all sit under room manager. Commit. What's the purpose of having like a two-stage commit? Like I commit and then I push it because if I want to push the changes, I want to do it all in one thing. What's the idea of doing separate steps for committing and pushing? I don't really get that. But in any case, there's my first step. Okay, now let me do a little recording here. Give me a quick sec. Okay, so what I just did is, so where we're at here is this works as it has, but now the code looks a little bit different. I moved all of the rooms out of their hierarchy to under the room manager here, and then yeah, and then I added this find connected room, which is basically I could use one of the existing functions to do it, but this is a much simpler, quicker, I guess. And most of the rest of the code is the same, except for I swapped out get connected room for find connected room there because I'm in the process of actually completely reconfiguring the everything. Like all these main menu on down, the room viewer is the room viewer. It's a different, but these are the actual rooms here, and I could put main menu like room and start here room and whatever if I wanted to, but eventually, or maybe here soon, I'm going to convert these all to scenes. They're going to be scenes, and then I am going to um, really change the code to where instead of finding it in the hierarchy, it's just going to load. It's going to load the scenes uh, as I need to change them. So change room will actually a change room will take a string to the path name for the scene. Then this will I'm not gonna unload. Let's see. I'm gonna load the main menu. I wonder if I should leave main menu in there. I mean, I could do that. I could always be my top because eventually the main menu is going to be its own deal. It's going to be like a full menu and everything. So, although it wouldn't technically be under the room manager because now it's no longer a room, it's something else. So, and maybe that's fine too. Maybe I can just leave that there, and that might be not a bad idea. I could keep the main menu as it is, and maybe I should do that. That's be my next step, right? So I could take all of these. Let's see. That would mean that I'd have to change this again. That's funny. Self.getChildren. I'm just thinking how I would change it if I were to do it that ways. Um, Because what I'll have to do is if main menu is a scene file, and not that it can be a scene file, but if it's a scene file and I load it like that, What am I having a problem with? I'm not really having a problem, I guess. Okay. Here, I'm probably still recording, aren't I? Oops. Let's see, am I still recording? Yes, I'm still recording. That's stupid of me. This I could almost discard if I wanted to. Okay, let me let me do this over with all right. So I'm gonna do one thing here. I'm gonna do a clap. I'm gonna be silent. I'm gonna do a clap and be silent again. I'm gonna switch over to Redot. I'm gonna explain, like I said, the changes I made, and then stop recording. Hopefully, uh, hopefully I'll get into a swing of things here. Basically, I know it's kind of a pain in the butt right now to anybody that's still listening or watching, but uh, it is what it is. I gotta figure these things out. I gotta learn how to do it. Whatever. So bear with me here. Okay, so let's. Okay, whoop. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so silence. Okay, let me explain what is going on here. That's just so I can edit it out later. It won't be a big deal because I'll be able to find where it is at. Okay. Let's do this again. Okay, so let's here. Okay. Here, let me do this one more time. And all right. So basically, all I changed here is I removed the hierarchy here, and I put all the rooms under the room manager, and then I created this find connected room that just cycles through all the children to make sure it's a room description. Then it tries to match it with the name, and then everything else works as normal, except now this uses find connected room. So that's where it is, and now it also works like it always did. Pretty easy, pretty simple. And there you go. Okay. Thanks for bearing with me for that. So, okay. And that means I should be on. Oh, I did it again, didn't I? Doggone it. Hopefully nobody's actually watching it anymore. It's ticking me off. Um, I'll I don't know. Let me check something here. Let's go open that in a new tab. Let's go ahead and go to AWS. Let's go to clips. And this is the clip I just made. And hold on while I listen to it. Just give me a sec. Heck, let's just delete that. And in fact, you're still looking at me through the webcam if anybody is still with me. And if they're not, I totally understand. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. And we're going to go here. We're going to switch to this. And then I'm going to start recording. And then I'm going to say something here, which I've already been saying. Let's try it again. Okay, so this works as it always has. That is once I got it working. Wait a second. Okay, there we go. This works as it always has. You can just hit a number key, and you can go to an option and then 0 to quit. works fine. I moved all of the scenes from its hierarchy to be under Room Manager. Although you can't really tell that Room Viewer is any different than the rest of these, other than the fact that it's an actual scene and these are not scenes yet. But these are all scenes, and then I just wrote a new function called, I don't know what that's about. There. Called Find Connected Room. It goes through the children's there by itself, which is the room manager's the parent. So it's just going to go through all of these and then find connected room, make sure it's the room descriptor, then it checks for the name. And then I just changed the input function, the input handler, to use find connected room instead. And it works like it always does. And so there's that. Okay, I think that worked this time, and I think I will go with that. And I apologize to anybody that's actually listening or watching, which I kind of doubt right now. That's okay. And all right, so now am I going to do anything else, because today it's almost 5 o'clock and I kind of flubbed the day today, sort of. But I did get a little bit of progress done. You can see it. You can see the progress. So I guess tomorrow what I'm going to do is I'm going to tomorrow I'm going to change these all to scenes. I'm going to change this find connected room. Instead, it will I guess it's going to load it up. I'm not sure. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change change room to, instead of taking a node. In fact, I might write a separate function for that. But I'm going to take that. I'm going to rewrite it to where it will load. It will check and see if a room descriptor is already loaded. In which case it won't be for the main menu. I'll have to see if it's already been loaded or not. But I'll change it to where it actually loads it up dynamically from a scene file, in which I'm going to save these scenes. So I'll save the scenes, and then I'll load them up, and I won't even have to change much of my code. I'll just have to add a new function. Instead of find room, it'll just automatically change room based on the thing. So yeah, maybe what I'll do is I'll use load room and then I'll unload it. I don't know. I don't know if I can unload it from within its own script file. I'm not sure I can do that. I might have to do it from the room manager, unload, that sort of thing. Yeah. So, okay, so there's that. I guess that about does it for me today. And apologies for kind of botching up today's live stream. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow if you're willing to bear with me tomorrow. And thanks for watching.